This is a dandelion, folks. Look at this. This is a semi-functional, hopeful monster. This is a mutation, epimutation, or macro mutation. This involved both genetic and epigenetic changes, coordinated. This is an example of what's called, or I call, epigenetic capacitors. And it already has a function. It survived with flowers. Survived into maturity. Not completely bloomed, the flowers are, but they would have. This can be carried along in the population as it was previously cryptic genetic variation being expressed by erratic and fluctuational environmental stimuli. The stimuli is fluctuations in temperature in an extended cool period here in Ohio. This is from Marion, Ohio, and it might be found in other places. This is incredible. This is a variant in dandelions I've never seen before. I've seen a lot of dandelions. Dandelions are known as an invasive species, as well as a very nutritionally and ecologically parasitical species, or a competitor of other plant species. It already has somewhat of a function if you look inside. It increases surface area for more water absorption, therefore no more nutrient absorption, as well as on the outside. Almost looks like a lettuce-like structure. Very similar to lettuce or celery. Incredible. On this plant I found it on, it has another surviving bud of multiple flowers, just like this. I'm not sure how widespread this is, or if this is a single macro mutation or macro epimutation in combination. But most indeed, look at that. You can even see the transition from a single flower stalk into the fused flower stalks of multiple flowers. Even from its budding stage as a sprout, completely integrated. From the start of the formation of the flowering sprout. Incredible. Look at it. I'm absolutely amazed. This is a hopeful monster, as they call it. If this were to survive throughout population high frequency, this would be an instance of a single mutation, even if it's multiple mutations and they epistatically interact with each other, epigenetically, and so on. Basically, rapid speciation. Hybridization between this variant and normal dandelions would also give rise to even more stranger variants, intermediates between this. But look at it, it survived all the way into brief to flower budding or blooming. Look at that. Incredible. Environmentally, ecologically, and physiologically compatible, hopeful monster. The costs and trade-offs of this in a widespread population wouldn't be very high at all. Of course, additional mutations, new mutations as they're called, an epigenetic variation, and its accommodation and selection for refinements in this novel. This is a novelty, you all. A novelty in this species. Could allow it to become a completely new species, even a family. Look at it. Look at this. If this is more common than the individual that I found, this is evolution and even speciation in action. Life evolves by making random variations, even some non-random variations through mutation hotspots and so on and so forth, and how it affects its own evolution through how it affects its own environment and constructs its own niche. It can cause this species to thrive. And other examples in evolutionary history and future evolutionary change. Absolutely astonishing. This is single or almost single mutation, macromutation, macroevolution. This can lead to a whole new family. Incredible.